Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Near Mint Musings. Good morning to you. It's a Saturday morning. I am wrapping up some stuff before I head out to the proverbial jungle that is LAX. Already had one flight canceled back home to Seattle, so I'm hoping that the other flight that I got on isn't as well. The joys and beauties of business travel. So anyways, before I head out, I had a couple of hours to kill in the hotel room, and I wanted to talk about my new video series I'm going to be doing for this year. If you saw my kind of catch-up slash plans video I put out a couple days ago, I mentioned a series that I want to be doing regarding beautiful cards in my collection. At this very moment, I don't have a clever name for this series. I don't know what I'm going to call it. So hopefully by the time this video is posted, I'll have a really neat thumbnail and a catchy title to go with this. But for right now, I don't. So what's this going to be all about? So I am very appreciative of the niche in the hobby that looks at the beauty of cards. We all do. So I don't want to say that that's kind of a foreign mindset, but I really wanted to take pause and look at what makes cards beautiful in my mind and through my lens, and share those findings and feelings and what I have in my collection with you all. So what I'm going to start with today, a couple cards that I brought down with me on this trip, specifically if I had the time or the wherewithal to start this series. I have 4 cards that I brought down specifically, and they are from 2 series, one from 1936 and the other one from 2020. And what I'm going to be doing is just kind of talking about why I think these cards are beautiful, what makes them beautiful, and how, in my eye, they were intrinsically tied together with their unique aesthetic. And yeah, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to look at these cards and discuss them. And yeah, so have a little more morning brew because I need to wake up. And let's turn this camera around. All right. Let me show you the world in my eyes. All right, so the first set I'm going to highlight, I believe I have talked about before in a previous video, and I think the video was titled Affordable and Beautiful Vintage Cards That You Could Get. And this is a set that is not unknown. Many people admire it for its Art Deco style beauty. I have posted numerous cards I have from this set on Instagram before. Just did one yesterday actually, so sneak peek. If you saw that last night, you're going to see that card again here in a moment. Anyways, I digress. This is the 1934 to 1936 Diamond Stars set. And I'm going to start off with, let me back up for a second. There's so many beautiful cards in this set, and it isn't about the player. I will show you one of these 2 cards is a Hall of Famer, one of the more lesser known, lesser collected, popular Hall of Famers, but he's a Hall of Famer nonetheless. But it's the intrinsic beauty of his card is the reason why I have it. But this first card I'm going to show you is a relatively unknown player by the name of Buck Jordan. But this was one of the first Diamond Star cards that I got just because I absolutely loved this style. I love the lines behind it, the orange and the yellow, how it matches with the green, and just that famous Art Deco style that Diamond Stars brings to the table. There's the back of the card. So that's the first one I wanted to show you, this 1935 Diamond Stars Buck Jordan. So the next card I'm going to show you, I'm going to make sure I have enough room here, is the Hall of Famer I was referring to, and the card that I posted on Instagram recently. This is the 1936 Diamond Stars Lloyd Wayner. just look at the pop of that color. And then first remind yourself, this is the 1936 card. This stuff just wasn't being done at the time. I mean, the artwork obviously was the thing, but you would take, usually you would have the monochromatic type of cards. This just took it to the next level. And I am so appreciative of this set and the beauty that comes with it. So if you haven't yet, and I guarantee you right now, as this series continues throughout the year, you are going to see more Diamond Stars cards. That's just, I'm almost just compelled and required to show them as I do this series, because they are, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful sets ever created for sports cards. And I'll pound the table on that. And I know many would agree. But there are so many cards and players that I think this Buck Jordan right here, I think this put me back $45. Lloyd Wayner was a little more just because he's a Hall of Famer, and it's also regarded as one of the more beautiful cards in the sets. If it is a Hall of Famer, or they don't have a whole lot of big name players in the set too, so you can get, I mean, I think one of the most expensive ones is going to be the Hank Greenberg. That's going to set you, that's going to be a comma card if you want it in a decent condition. But I have like a Heine Manouche Hall of Famer, and I think I have an Earl Averill Hall of Famer from the set, and both of those were under $100. So if you're looking at these cards from a cost perspective, they're very affordable, I think, and you can find them in a great condition. I think that's fantastic for a 4 and beautiful for a 5. So there are my two examples of my Diamond Stars. Now we're going to transition to the 2020 set that I was referring to. And this is a card that, many of you know, as you search the eBays, you can get into that beautiful rabbit hole, or some would consider it a downward spiral, into the depths of cards and finding sets, series, subsets, parallels that you didn't know existed. So I'm only going back 2 years now to 2020 to highlight this set. And this comes from one of the lesser appreciated and collected sets. So that translates into a cheaper product as far as cost, and that's Topps Gallery. Now for me, Topps Gallery is kind of polarizing. And it's, again, the beauty of art in the eye of the beholder. Some of the sketches and representations of some of the players, I think the artwork is a little off, a little less to be desired. But the converse of that is there are some that I think are fantastic. Now this subset is called Modern Artists. So this is more of instead of the sketch of the player's face, it's more of a painting of a player on a portrait or a palette. I don't know. I'm probably butchering the descriptions. But anyways, I found this Juan Soto, and I found it in a Gem Mint 10. And again, it being Topps Gallery, it really wasn't that much money for a Gem Mint 10 card of arguably one of the most popular and best players in baseball right now, Juan Soto. But I want you to look at this card, and then I want you to look at the Diamond Stars on both the left and the right of it. And you will immediately see why I was drawn to this card if I was using the Diamond Stars as my my muse, so to speak. 2020 Topps Gallery Modern Artists. Now in this moment, you may think, it's all right. But man, I saw this card and I was instantly drawn to it. Let me put it here so you can see it with the other cards beside it. I absolutely, positively love this set. And there's about 24 cards in the Modern Artist set, and they're not expensive. I think there's a couple rookies. I think there's a Bo Bichette. There may be a Luis Robert. The Bo Bichette raw, $6 maybe. There's a really cool Ronald Acuna of him sliding with this kind of like a starburst type of artwork behind it. But these are all done by the same artist, at least in this subset. Kevin Graham is his name. He did all of the of the pictures for this subset. And they did Modern Artists again in 2021 for Topps Gallery that just came out recently. And Kevin Graham did some of those as well. But this 2020 set really spoke to me. And then what they have, like many other sets, they have color parallels. And I was able to find this color parallel. And I'm not looking for the rainbow at all, but I just thought the color of the border just really made that rainbow type of, almost kind of like a Santa Fe motif behind it just pop. This is numbered out of 25 for all you number fans out there. But again, let's see if I can put this kind of right here, and you can just see how this pops in comparison to the diamond stars on both the left and the right. So I am a huge fan of these Modern Artist cards. There's another one of Pete Alonso with a blue border, and he's kind of got like an orange honeycomb background, and that really pops. I might go for that one just because it just looks amazing. But this is my first foray into this series, and I wanted to kind of just show how these diamond stars in the 2020 Topps Gallery Modern Artist is really saying to me. And I appreciate the vintage and the modern, and really, really like this aesthetic in these cards. So check out these sets. Let me know what you think. Obviously, I'm looking for feedback, both positive and, I want perspectives. Tell me if you think these cards are ugly to you. I don't care. Tell me why you think they're beautiful. Again, going forward with this series, I'll have more kind of thematic, maybe a player through the ages, maybe a certain set, and then also there'll be times where I'll be tying in modern to vintage and comparing their aesthetics and what draws me to them. So I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk soon. All right.